waiting, Betamunisa? Yeah, if you. And just while we're waiting, Betamunisa, I just wanted to let you know that uh, uh, because I'm your student success advocate, whatever question you may need or, along the way of your classes or the platforms or whatnot, you can always reach out to me either through email or I'll be soon also texting you from the number that we've got from the university. So you can always, reach out however um, you'd like, basically. Okay. Let's just wait on a couple of more minutes. We started a little earlier, so let's just. Oh, sorry. If you want to unmute yourself, just click on the microphone so that you can speak. There.
Last night, I found something out that it will tell me. I'm so annoyed, I'm scared. I don't know, I know this guy or not because he's too much lies. You know what my parents said? He really don't tell me about it. He lost them because of the key.
Do you have any particular questions that you'd like me to address within the meeting once everyone comes in?
Oh, no.
Okay. Okay. Either way, this will be a good overview of everything, of your resources, of everything. So, yeah.
Is it just the two of us in the meeting, or?
No, a couple of people will come in as well. I normally begin the class, the sort of meeting beforehand because a lot of people try to reach out earlier, but we'll be starting at 5. Sorry, at 2. I have like different clock times on my
Oh,
on my
yeah.
screen, so I see.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether it was 2 o'clock up there or just.
Yeah.
Is it 5 then?
No, it's 2 o'clock. The thing is that I also have another clock for for South America because we do have students as well. So I always like keep the clocks. Yeah.
We talked about this a year ago.
What do you mean talk about
When you said to me about your past relationship, I said I wasn't perfect.
I know it's not perfect yet. I know everybody, they have their own problem.
You have a past too.
Yeah.
And we don't talk about your past because that's the past. You remember that time I packed up in Thailand? And you said if anybody does that, it's over. So I want to give you back your ring because you left it. That's yours. Obviously, you don't want to be with me. You made it clear last night. You will be fine. You're young. You will find somebody. Now, obviously, it won't be here in the United States right now.
That's just all you want to talk to me?
We have to have closure. Have you told your family, or do you want me to try and translate and send a message to them? Because you're going to have to come back, somebody's going to have to pick you up.
Since he owns her.
Alright, so we have Evelyn coming in. Let's
Because that's clearly your choice that you choose over me is anyway.
I'm gonna go ahead and start, just because you guys were punctual, so I'm not gonna make you wait any longer. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you, Tamonisa, once again, and Evelyn is already muted. Okie dokie. So just Tamonisa, once again, can you see my screen? The CIU graduate orientation. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, so let's begin. Basically, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on this graduate orientation. And basically what we're going to be looking at here is all of you, what you need to know about our platforms, our tools and resources that we'll give out to you guys as students, and just how to have a successful first day of school, and rather also a successful first week. Let me see, there's another student being admitted. We have SM as well joining us. Welcome, SM. So I'm going to go ahead and begin. And as I was just saying, if you guys could see my screen, basically I'm going to be sharing everything that you guys need to know to have a successful first week with our program. And this virtual dynamic, yeah, we're going to be taking a look at all of the tools and resources, as well as how to access your platforms, and what you'll be basically looking at, and what your classrooms will be, how the displays are set up for you to navigate. So first off, the basics. We're going to be talking about the technological requirements that you need in order to complete the program successfully. And obviously, okay, we have another student. Let's see. All right, we have another student coming in. Oh, hello, Rachel. Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Okay, I'm going to be muting you, Rachel, just so that we don't have any background noise. But yes, can you please just let me know if you're being able to look at the presentation on my screen?
It told me to call in with my phone.
Oh,
so I guess I need
okay.
to hang on. I'll try to join it on the Teams app.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Rachel will be joining me back in a moment. But let's see. All right, we have her here once again. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Rachel. Can you now see my screen, Rachel?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, great. So I was just giving everyone the welcome. And yes, let me mute you just there. Okay, great, perfect. So I was just giving everyone the welcome, and basically what we're going to be looking at in this presentation are the whole basics and what you'll need to know on our platform and all of the resources that we give out as the university for your success, and how to have a first day as a really successful first day, but also, all throughout how to understand and navigate the platforms that we use. So the basics are, the technological requirements, what you'll need to be able to join us. So a laptop and reliable internet, that's the basic for sure. And then one of the important things that we wanted to really stress here is our institutional email policy. And basically, you should have already received your credentials to all of our platforms, whether that is your Learn Center, your student portal, and your institutional email. At this moment on the chat, if you haven't received your credentials, please let me know through the chat. Just say I haven't received them so I can take a look back and go back to IT with all of your credentials. And the institutional email is very, very important to just take into account, because this is where you'll be receiving all of the contact with either the staff or your instructors. The first week we are very flexible and we'll be sending out any communication that we want to have with you copied to your personal email. But after the first week, that will stop. You will have to get access to your institutional email. Also, one of the great benefits of your institutional email is that once you log in and activate that, you will actually have access to the Microsoft 365 Office package. So if you don't have Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Teams on your laptops already, or whatever you're going to be using, for the delivery of your coursework, you'll actually be able to download those programs into your machine. So that is definitely one of the great things of the institutional email. And now moving forward, the platforms that we use here in CIU are two. And basically that is, first off, your student portal. This is really a smaller site in which you'll find your grades, your account information, some payment information, and also your request form to request a student ID card. So it's really the minor portal that we use. The big site that we use, and this is basically where you'll be logging in 90% of your time and using 90% of your time while you're in the program, is your Learn Center. So this one is the actual important one. And basically on your Learn Center, all of your classes will be displayed, and you'll also get access to all of our tools and resources. So you'll be getting access to some of these are some of the resources that you'll get access to. That is tutor.com, your online library, so all of the academic resources that we have open to students, the Turnitin Sandbox, which is a plagiarism checker, so that you don't go, above the rate, the percentage, the plagiarism percentage that you're allowed as graduate students. And those percentages we'll be looking at in depth a little further, but those percentages are always going to be found on your syllabus, so always also make sure to check your syllabus once you are able to access your coursework. So moving forward, I believe that there's a couple of students that are joining us for the master's program, and a lot more students on the DBA program. But the layout and the structure of each of the courses are basically the same. Obviously the courses change, but the display doesn't. So for the master's degree, you're going to be starting with MGT 517, and for the doctorate program, you'll be starting with GRC 600, which is Doctoral Academic Study and Writing. And basically for both, in terms of structure, we just wanted to stress that this is an asynchronous course, and that means that even though we do have weekly due dates, normally set Wednesdays and Sundays, you can basically spread out the work however you like the most. So you can either do everything either on Wednesday or Sunday, or you can spread out the work throughout the week. That's what we advise for all of the students to do, really. But you just have to respect those due dates. And now each of the terms is 6 weeks in total, and the syllabus, once again, is a very important thing that you need to look into, because you'll get the course overview in there. You'll also get certain things, certain details about maybe some necessities that the doctor, your instructor, will be asking from you in terms of what he or she is looking for in your work. And also you'll get your instructor's contact information on the syllabus, so it's very important to start there. And I'll be showing you where to find what and where on the Learn Center in just a moment. So now moving forward, the tools that are available to you as a student here with CIU are, as I said, the Turnitin Sandbox, which is a plagiarism checker, the Learn Center, which is the online library, the tutoring, and the tutoring is basically if you're stuck on something, on a piece of writing, on an assignment or something, you can actually access tutor.com by one of the accounts that we give you, and it's basically linked through the Learn Center. You'll click on tutor.com and it'll redirect you to the site, and you'll get access to different teachers, different tutors that are available at all times for you. So you can always check that out. It's definitely a really nice tool to have. We also have Grammarly, and Grammarly, you'll actually get premium access to Grammarly, so you'll be able to download it, whether that is your web browser or your Word your documents, as well as even you can download it to your phone. So very, very good tool. If you know Grammarly or if you've used Grammarly, this is a tool that will help you synthesize information a lot better, and it will help you with grammar. So for sure, it's a great tool to have as a student. And then the access to student advisors, as we'll see on the Learn Center in just a moment. We have Tina and Eddie, which are the key student advisors, and you can always reach out to them as well if you have any big doubts. But your actual first contact will be your student success advocate. I am the lead student success advocate, so you can always reach out to me or my colleague Alejandra, which she will also be reaching out to you guys all throughout the program. So definitely we're all available and willing to help you guys on this journey. So that is one of the tools. And then next up we have the ebooks. On the GRC 600, as we'll see on the Learn Center in a moment, you'll find little the green puzzle pieces, which are actually some of the textbooks that you'll get as part of your academic resources. So that is a good tool, and you'll be, just given free access to these. So that is great. And then finally, we have our CIU YouTube channel, which basically we have just a wide variety of tutorials for everything, for downloading all of our tools to how to access our platforms, how to navigate each and every one of the things that we use here at CIU. And so yeah, if you have any doubts on where to find what, you can always also resort to the CIU YouTube channel. Now, moving on, I'm actually gonna jump into the Learn Center before I see attendance. So, how to get to your Learn Center? Well, here's the main website, the CIU website, and you'll see, let me see, there's a student, I think. Okay, let's see, we have here the student website, and under students you'll find that the first two tab options are the Learn Center and the student portal. So let's go ahead and click on the Learn Center, and basically this will open up, and when you have your student credentials, you will be able to log in. And once you log in, something that is also very important for me to stress on this is that your course will only be available 3 days before the start date. So 3 days before the 15th, you'll actually see your course on the platform. So don't freak out if you try to log in and there's nothing there. All right. So you'll be able to see the display like this, but you won't see the courses on your sidebar like I have here, ACE 100 and GRC 600. All right. So first off, we're going to be looking at the Student Resource Center, which is where you'll find everything that I mentioned before in regards to the tools. So the Student Resource Center, we click on that, and first off you'll have this list, which is all of the important resources for writing, the templates, the checklists that you might as well need, or the instructor might ask of you to use for a couple of your assignments, and some additional national resources academically. Now, here on the list below, as you scroll down, you'll see the tutoring services that I was talking about, so tutor.com, all of the APA manual edition resources, so We actually have templates for all of our students to use. These are undergraduate and the graduate essay templates, so they'll actually come in formatted with, double spacing, with everything that you need to take into account once you submit your assignments. So these are definitely of great help. And then here on important resources, you'll click on that, and you'll actually see all of these documents forms as well. Some of the transcript request forms, the CIU course catalog. The CIU course catalog is also very important for me to just point out, because if you ever have any doubts on your classes, on our policies, on how attendance is handled, anything, you can always go to the course catalog, and basically it's a complete layout of everything on the university. So that is something very important. Now going down, you'll see here that you will get the contact information of Eddie and Tina, which, as I said before, they are our academic advisor, the main academic advisors for CIU. And then below that, you'll see the useful tools that I was talking about. So the Microsoft Office access to your emails, so where you can log in with your email, Grammarly, and how to activate your Grammarly account. And lastly, the Turnitin sandbox that we also talked about before. Now, the online library you'll get access to up here. So on the top bar, as you see, you'll see online library. You'll click on that and you'll see learn. You can click on that and it'll actually redirect you to a new page in which you'll get access to this. And basically, you can search for all of the academic resources that we have for you. So that's great too. Now going back to the Learn Center, let me here check. I'll go back to the home page. And if you live on a different place with a different time zone, it's very important that you go back and check our times here, because all of your assignments, your deadlines that we will be talking about in a minute, so Wednesdays and Sundays, 11:59 p.m. PST, you can always, resort to this home center to see, oh, I'm on time, I'm not on time, because we have it, just set up in our time, California. So now, to your course, you can access your courses on two different ways. You can always click on My Courses on top, and you'll see this pop up, so the course overview, and down here you'll get, oh, let me see here, you'll normally get as well your courses showing up. So here would be the GRC 600, but really the easiest and what will show immediately is on the sidebar. So you'll see under where it says My Courses, your ACE 100, GRC 600, or NGT 517. So let's click on GRC 600. And like I said, don't freak out if you're on the masters and we're not covering the NGT 517, because it's basically the same layout and it's basically the same formatting for each week. You just need to know how to handle the platform, and obviously the courses will change, but the display will not change for any of it. So the first thing that you need to start is on the folder that says Start Here. And as you'll see, here's the first list, but also on your sidebar, it will show the same. So you have folders onto the side, and you will also have this list. So Start Here. And you'll start there because here is where you'll find your syllabus, as well as I said, your green puzzle pieces, which are the textbooks, and your instructor contact information, and some different other important things. So some course announcements, if the teacher has anything to communicate with all the class, she'll post it on there. And then the Q&A forum, if you have any questions or you would like to talk with the instructor directly about something that you're having trouble with, you can go ahead and use this Q&A forum. Now, on to week one. I'm going to be showing you week one just so that you're also clear on how to submit your assignments, what you'll get basically each week, and how to view everything that you need to do. So for each week, basically the layout will be very similar. So you'll get the week's overview of what you want to do and the instructions that you'll need to, take into account. And then you'll find this checklist. This checklist is basically, showing you what you will have to be completing throughout the week. And then down below that checklist, you'll actually get the links to the activities per se. So the first thing that you need to do on Monday, starting the 15th, is your introduce yourself. Okay, don't forget to introduce yourself. This is the first activity that you'll get. So let's go ahead and click on introduce yourself, and basically to add a new discussion, and always please read the instructions fully and complete it in the due dates and due times. You'll add a new discussion, and you'll be able to just add your subject and type your post and submit it. If you choose to add maybe a picture or another resource that the teacher asks, whether it's a file or something else, you'll be able to choose files, and then your desktop will open up so that you can click on that. But always also make sure to submit whatever you're posting. So let's go back to week 1, and we can go to the second types of activities and things that you'll be submitting, which are the discussion questions or discussion forums. And once again, you'll be getting all of your instructions laid out. Some of the resources that you'll need to read will be linked out. So these normally, the underlined and the bold letter ones, you'll have to click and it'll redirect you to an article or a piece of writing that you need to read and whatnot. So make sure to read the instructions carefully. And in the end, normally the instructors will actually let you know by when they want it and what time you need to complete it. Now, with these discussion questions, something very important to take into account is that you will be making your own initial post, but for all of them, you'll actually have to also respond to 2 classmates, okay? So just keep that in mind. You will do your initial post, and part of the credits that you'll receive for the discussion questions is you answering other students' posts as well. So once again, make sure to read the instructions, and you will be you'll do well. Now let's go back to week 1, and finally the last type of posts that we'll be looking at here is the assignments. But first off, for any of your work, we really do advise you to open up and work on your writing on a document, on a separate document, because these pages are consistently refreshing themselves. So we got a lot of students very frustrated because they started writing down on their post, but then they stand up and they come back, and obviously their writing is gone. So please, if you want to work and save it as you go and leave and come back to it, go ahead and work on a separate document, a Word document, and save your progress there, and then just post it when you complete it. Because, well, we can't really, go ahead and retrieve what you were working on if the page does refresh. So now moving on to the assignments. The week's assignments normally will actually be worked anyway on a separate piece or a separate document, because you'll actually have to add the formatting, and this is where normally the templates that I was talking about in the resource center come into play. You'll have to format it on APA format, and once again, like the other discussion questions and whatnot, you will see all of the instructions displayed as well as the due date. And you'll also see this, so the grading summary, how you'll be graded and what will be expected out of your work. And then your submission status. Now, we have to go through this because I think a lot of people get confused on where do I submit it, because you don't see, you see view all submissions, but you don't see the add submissions. So under submission status, here's like your syllabus for grading, and you'll find the actual add submission on the bottom. So go ahead and scroll all the way to the bottom. Once you click on add submission, you will get this sort of box. Normally the box will also show, you're not required to text on there. You'll actually see drag file into box. I'm not sure why it's not showing right now. This is a demo course just for me to do the orientation, so it's probably because of that. But you'll basically see drag file here, and you can always drag it from your desktop into the box and then submit your assignment, or open up the desktop as we've seen before with just choose file, and then it'll launch you into your desktop or your documents. So always make sure to click on Save Changes, and then it'll show actually as part of your, let me show you, as part of, as part of the assignment template that we were looking at. So here on the grading summary and submission status, you'll actually see once you've submitted it correctly, you'll see this status change from no attempt to submitted, submission completed in green. So you can always make sure to check that out. And either way, if you're, wondering whether or not you did submit it, you can always email me and I'll make sure that on the platform your document has been submitted for you, okay? So you can always count on us as well if you're having any doubts. Now, the last thing really, once again, as I said, all of the weeks are pretty much the same in terms of what you're going to be submitting and how you're going to be submitting them. And let's go over this last folder here, the supplementary course resources. And just another way basically to access the resources that I was talking about in the Student Resource Center. You'll get all of the Learn, so your online library, your Grammarly, tutor.com. We also have additional apps or additional sites that will help you for studying. So note-taking and flashcards are very useful ones if you want to take a look at them. Now, on this, I'm actually going to be, also, the last thing that we're going to be looking at here on the Learn Center is how to submit a help ticket. And if you ever find any trouble either with your credentials or, you cannot, you maybe email us and we're not responding back or something, you can always submit a help ticket, and basically you'll click on help and you'll have to go ahead and type in your first and last name, your phone number, email address, and what's the issue with you, and submit it, and we'll be back in contact. Someone from IT will reach out to us and we'll reach back to you. All right, so having said and done that, explained that, that was the Learn Center. So it's not that difficult. At first it might be overwhelming because it's a lot of information for one orientation, but honestly, once you get it back, you'll actually see that it's very easy to handle. Now let's go back to the presentation, and here's one of the most important things of this orientation to explain and for you guys to understand is what attendance is and what attendance is not as you are part of CIU. So attendance is submitting academic assignments, consistently engaging with the platform, so your Learn Center and your class, taking an exam, posting in the course forums, all of that, basically all of your coursework, being able to, submit on, respecting the deadlines, but attendance is not counted as you logging in, simply logging in. That will not be counted as attendance. You need to work on your assignments. You will not be counted as attendance if you reach out to us, talking with one of your instructors or talking with one of your student success advocate or advisors. You need to be working consistently for us to count it as attendance. So that is very important for sure. And once again, attendance is not studying any of the student resources. So if you use Grammarly, if you use tutor.com, if you use the plagiarism checker, that will not be counted as attendance. You need to submit your documents and your work. So yeah, and just to clarify as well, our actual attendance policy says so, and it says students who fail to attend for 14 consecutive days within a term, counting obviously and taking into account what attendance is, after the add drop period, you will be eligible for withdrawal. So if you are not working consistently for 14 days, you will be getting the notice of, you might as well be withdrawn. So make sure to just keep you know, and just if you're a responsible student, you will not have any issues for sure. And either way, your student success advocates will be reaching out to you consistently. We'll be checking on you. If we see that you're falling behind, we'll make sure to remind you of your work and everything. So honestly, I don't think you guys have anything to worry about in that end. Now, thank you. Thank you so much for attending. And if you have any questions that you like me to address, go ahead. It's open mic. I know that Evelyn, you said that you have not received your credentials, so I will take a look into that and we'll have them sent to you throughout the weekend for sure. I don't know. If you guys want to speak, please unmute yourselves because everyone's muted. So go ahead if you have any questions, you can. Go ahead. All right. Well, if no one has any questions, thank you once again. And as you know, I'll be reaching out to you soon. And I hope that you enjoy CIU and we're here for you. Okay, so don't feel overwhelmed. If you have any questions, just reach out to us and we'll for sure go through whatever you need to, double check with you. So thank you so much. Let's see if the Tamanisa is writing. So let's see if she has a question before leaving. And SM, do you have any questions for me?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay, great. Okay. Is the 162 flexible? No, unfortunately, those are set dates, and it's yeah, those are set dates for all the courses. So those aren't flexible. If you have a particular situation you like to talk with the instructor, you can always go ahead and contact her first or contact him first, and maybe negotiate on how you will be working with that due date. But it really isn't something flexible because these are set already. But let us know if we can help you with anything as well. Bentamo Nisa, you can always go ahead and reach out to me personally. And yeah, for sure, we'll try to help in any case. So let's see. All right, well, it seems like either way, but yeah, let's see. All right, yeah, either way, I'll be contacting you with Tamunisan if you have anything else that you want to discuss, we can always do that. Thank you so much, guys, for logging in, and we'll see you soon. I wish you a lot of success. Bye, guys.
Thank you, bye-bye.